Hey guys, welcome on my YouTube channel Everything Technical. This is Deepak. So today we are going to see how we can create a database in AWS. Inside the AWS there is services called database or RDS. So in that we will create our database as per our requirement, what kind of database we want, that engine, what engine of the database we want. So we will see in this video. So before I started, I want you to please do subscribe my YouTube channel. This is my channel Everything Technical, so please do subscribe, and as well as please press the bell icon to get the new video notification. And if you have any query, any suggestion related to the video, so that also please do comment below the video. So now let's start with the video. So here I have a database, sorry, this is my AWS panel. So inside the panel there is services, there is an option called services. So inside the services you can search as RDS. If you don't want to search as RDS, so you can find it out here, compute, storage, and then you will get a database. So here database, there is many more things, so I'll go ahead and I'll create the database in RDS. So I'll click on RDS. After clicking on RDS, it will reflect yes, it will go to the second page, that's called RDS page, RDS dashboard, Amazon RDS dashboard. This is the dashboard. From here you can create your database using this if you are new, and if you want to create, if this option is not available, if this option is not coming at your page, so just go ahead to the DB instance. So here I'll go ahead and in DB instance, so in DB instance you will get the option for create database. So I'll click on database, create database. So here, so basically you will get this option while creating a database. So choose a database creation method, is a standard method or easy create. So what exactly it is, so standard case, that in that you can create you will get the availability zone, you can select the availability zone, security backup and maintenance. All these information you can schedule in that. Easy create, there down the side of that option you will get the recommendation, the small messages, the information about that, what it is exactly, that options. So you can see that options, what exactly it is. So according to that you can go ahead and create the database. So here engine, I'll go ahead with the MySQL. I'll use MySQL engine. So what it is, there is option for six, yeah, there is six engines are available for my database. So it's Amazon Aurora, MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server. So these six options are there. So as per your requirement, what engine do you want for your database, so you can select here and you can go ahead with this. So MySQL communities edition, which edition I want MySQL. So here is a version, like which version do you want to use for that particular engine. So here you can go ahead with the latest version of MySQL is 8.0.19. This is the latest version. So but here recommendation, it comes on 8.0. So as per your requirement you can just put your version, you can select your version using drop down. So whatever it is right now, so I'm just going ahead with this option only, with this version. So here you will get a template. So what template it is, production, dev test, and free tier. So if you, I'll create this database as a free tier, because I'm not going to use for any production, because this is just a video. So you can use this option, you can use this template as per your requirement. If you are creating a production database, so select the production database. If you are creating a test or development database, so just select this option. What it is, you can select, you can read it out down the side. So this is the option. I'll go ahead with the free tier. So inside the free tier, you will get the options for setting. So setting there is a option, first option, that is called DB Instance Identifier. This is a basically name of the database. So by that name you can just identify your database. So ahead you will get the credential settings. So now I'll just put the name as a Deepak. So this is the basically database username. If you want to generate the password, this is a new option. So if you want to generate the password, auto generate the password, so you can select here. And if you want to put your your customized password, so you can also put your password, but that just make sure that that password should be a mix match, upper lower, some special characters which content in that password, and at least 8 character long. So I'll use my password, I'll just put my own password. So I'll go ahead with my password. I'm not going to generate the password. So here I have created the password. Ahead you will get the db instance size. So I have selected the first, here I have selected the option for free tier. So inside the free tier I am getting this option t2.db, t2.micro. so inside of the t2.micro 1 GB RAM is available here. So the default is I'm getting here. If you are using production and dev, so you can also here free tier I have selected, that's why I'm not getting the other size. There is an option, but I'll not be able to select that because it's a free tier. So you can select as per your requirement. So on that time just unselect and check this option free tier as instead of free tier you can use the production and dev if you want bigger size of the instance. So right now I'll go ahead. So this is the basically like how many GB RAMs, CPUs and other things you want as per your requirement you can select here. So storage, so I'll go ahead with the default storage. Here I'll use 10 GB only. So 10 GB of database I'm just going to create a location. It's already, this is what exactly it is. I'll just leave it for now. Availability and durability, so multi-zone is a deployment, so it is like free tier, so it's all are the by default. It is not available right now, maybe it's not be able to check in free tier. So if you are using any other not a free tiers instance, if you are using 2 GB 4 GB, that will be a chargeable. So in that time you will get the option for availability and durability. The time relation you can select, there's multiple deployment and all these things. Connectivity, so here you will get the virtual private cloud. So here you can select drop down and check if you want to create a VPC, virtual private cloud, so you can do that also. If you don't want to that, so go ahead with the default VPC, and after that you will get additional connectivity configuration. Subnet you can default is the public accessibility. Make sure you are if you are using your server like this database, if you want to access from outside of the EC2 from AWS premises, so you will not be able to access if it is no. For example, I want to access, I have created the RDS and I just want to access through my terminal, local computer terminal, so I'll not be able to connect. So here make sure you are doing yes as per your requirement, you can select it out. So I have make it yes, and after that VPC setting group, like VPC security group, you can create a security group. Either you can go for the existing like default security group. If you have a security, if you want to create like here what it is exactly, it is a kind of firewall, so that is called a security group. So inside that you can restrict the IP, you can put the IP like, yeah, firewall, kind of firewall. You can allow the ports by which IP address that particular instance will get accessible. So this is, I'm going with the default. After that, after creating it, I'll modify default security group. And availability zone no preferred, so here I can, because I am in Mumbai relation, so in Mumbai relation there is two data center, that is availability zone. Availability zone basically it's called a data center. So here in which data center you want to create this uh, database, so I'll go ahead with the south, AP south 1A. And the database port, you can also just make sure your port, if you want to change that you can do that. So here I have just done that setup. And here database authentication, password authentication, yes, that's you need. Here is a IAM database authentication, that is identity, yeah, authorize, something like that it's called. So you can go ahead with that also. IAM user, either password key, Cabras authentication. So what exactly it is like, it is kind of information by the users, it is roles and policies kind of things, so that you can use roles and policies which is going to be create into the IAM by using creating IAM and other things. So using that you can create all these things, but I'll go ahead with the password authentication of that particular database, of this database instance. Here I'm not going to do anything because I'll just show you in my future videos. I'll explain about what it is exactly, these options, how it's work, where is the rules and policies, roles and policies, how it exactly work. So I'll create that video also. For now I'm going with the password authentication. So here additional configuration, just leave it for now, don't do anything with this. And here you will get basically what it is comes in this additional configuration. In additional configuration you will get the details of schedule the backup, retain the backup, that it will create a snap, that snap will going to be retained for how many days. So after, if you will select the 7 days, so that 7 days, last 7 days snapshot will be in this AWS RDS side snapshot, but before 7 days it will get deleted. So like this is all these things you can monitor, you can select it from here. Monitor, it is basically what do you want to monitor the CPUs and all these things. So you can just use the check this box, and you can log exports. So like you can, if you'll enable this, so that time you will be able to get the log file of that particular, like the query executed, if that query get executed, so if there was any error, so that all this information will get printed and you can see that. So if you want, so you can select it out from the additional yes, from the additional configuration. I'm not going with that, so I'll go ahead. And also maintenance, here is maintenance like version and all these things, if you want to upgrade and all these things, so you can do that here. And select the vendors, if you'll select the vendors, you have to select when it will go to the update that. So like you can select this is basically called a maintenance window. So in maintenance window, in that time, whatever days and time you will select, that time, that windows, that if there is any latest versions on that time, if you want to update that version, so you can use that. So that time, whatever time frame you have scheduled here, so by that, with the help of that particular time period duration, it will get update, like that instance will get updated. Here deleting production, if you are using production and all these things, make sure this option you are always be using as a enable deleting production. Then why we are doing this, in case of any accidental, like by default, if you are not able to understand what you have did, like somewhere you were clicking somewhere else, but you have clicked on delete instance, so that time your instance will be deleted. But if you'll select this option, so that time it will pop up you like this is already delete production on, so you will not be able to delete this. So this is like basically save your instance in case of accidental problems. So here I'll go ahead, I'm not selecting this because this is just a video. So in this video I'm not going to select this, because after that I'll delete it, and after that I'll go ahead and I'll create the database. So here this was the options, by that you can use, and you can use that options and you can create your database. So I have created the database, the MySQL database. In that MySQL database, I have selected all these options, whatever I can do that. And that also, like I have given the information about that. If you have any of the issues related to the, if you are facing any issues related this creating database, you can do comment below the video, I'll help you out how we can resolve that. So right now you will get after, when this database will get created completely, you will get an endpoint. So here you will get an endpoint name, so that name will be kind of this, I'll show you, kind of this database you will get Amazon like this. So that is basically like a IP address host name that you will get. So we have to wait for that, because it will take little time to creating a data, because you are creating a database, so that time it will get created. Well, it will take always it will take little bit time to create the database. So we'll see, this is the video, actually this is the video how you can create the database. So you have created the database, from here you can go ahead and you can just like do the configuration, like if by which IP address that particular EC2 going to be, sorry, not EC2, that RDS is going to be, database is going to be accessible. So you can do the setup of this. So if I'll click on this security group here, in this I'll get the inbound rule. So all traffic is on right now with this. I'll go ahead here, all traffic, where it's gone, all traffic, custom, not anywhere, not my IP, anywhere. I'll add the anywhere. If I'll add this, that time only I'll be able to access it through here. From here by my terminal I can access this. So right now I have added that, and I'll have to, sorry, I'll have to see that is it get created or not. So let us check and wait for a sec. 1 dB. Deepak, I'll go ahead and check. There is, I get, no, it not yet, but you will get this endpoint name. So you know how to create like how to take the access of the database. You can use the command mysql space -h space the endpoint name. You can copy it from there and you can paste it, and space -u username -p password. So if you'll use this command in Linux, you can directly take the access. If you want, if you have any GUI based application like this HSQL, so you just put the endpoint name here in host name, username, which is you have created there, not a identification name, username, and the password of the master password, the master username and master password, you can put it here. If you don't remember the database name, so just leave it as a blank and you can just go ahead and open that. That time it will definitely work. If you have any query, if you are facing any problems, please do comment below the video. Hope so this you like this video. Please do like, do comment, and also please please subscribe my YouTube channel, and please share this video with your friends, your families. Maybe someone will be interested to learn this, and also that this video will get help them. So thank you for watching my videos.